I agreed to the blind date for one reason and one reason only. I trusted my best friend, Ayan. When he said, "Just show up. You'll thank me later," I didn't ask questions. That was our rule. 10 years of friendship had built a kind of faith that didn't require explanations. So there I was on a Thursday evening, standing outside a softly lit café downtown, tugging at the collar of my jacket and wondering why my phone suddenly felt so heavy in my pocket. The place looked like the kind of spot couples chose when they wanted to talk instead of impress: warm lights, wooden tables, jazz humming low in the background. I checked the message again. Ayan, table by the window. Don't be late. I pushed the door open. And then I saw her. She was already seated, hands wrapped around a mug, staring out the window like she was waiting for a storm instead of a person. When she turned, our eyes met, and the air between us froze. Maya. My best friend's ex. For a second, neither of us spoke. My brain refused to catch up with reality. Of all the people in the city, of all the women Ayan could have introduced me to, this was the one he chose? Her eyebrows lifted slightly, surprise flashing across her face before she masked it with a calm smile. "You too?" she asked softly. I laughed once, sharp and disbelieving. "You've got to be kidding me." She shook her head. "I didn't know it was you." I pulled the chair out anyway. Walking away felt dramatic, cowardly. Sitting down felt dangerous. So I sat. Maya had always been there. She was present in the background of my life for nearly 3 years, laughing at Ayan's jokes, bringing snacks to our movie nights, rolling her eyes whenever he got too competitive during board games. She fit into our group easily, like a piece that had always been missing. I never thought about her that way. Not because she wasn't beautiful, she was, but because she was off limits. A line you don't cross. Until Ayan crossed it first. Their breakup had been messy. No cheating, no shouting matches, just two people who loved each other but wanted different futures. He wanted stability. She wanted movement. They ended things with tears and promises of friendship that never quite worked. I stayed neutral. That was my role. And now here we were. "So," I said finally, breaking the silence, "how long have you known?" She exhaled slowly. 5 minutes before you walked in." "Same." Another pause. "Do you want to leave?" she asked. I looked at her, really looked at her, for the first time without the label Ayan's girlfriend attached. Her eyes were tired, but there was something steady in them too. "Honest." "No," I said. "Do you?" She shook her head. And just like that, the date began. The first half hour was awkward in the way only shared history can make things awkward. We danced around Ayan's name like it was a live wire between us. But then something shifted. We talked about work. About bad bosses and long nights. About music we liked but never admitted liking. About the strange pressure of being in your late 20s and feeling both too old and too young at the same time. She laughed at one of my jokes, really laughed, and the sound surprised me. "You're different without him," she said before she could stop herself. "Good different or bad?" She smiled. "Quieter. Kinder." I raised an eyebrow. "He's not kind?" "He is," she said quickly. "Just, loud about it." For the first time that night, I felt something settle in my chest. Not guilt. Not excitement. Comfort. When the check arrived, neither of us reached for it. "So," I said, leaning back, "why did you really come?" She traced the rim of her mug. "Ayan told me you were ready to date again." I blinked. "He told me you were." We stared at each other. "That idiot," she muttered. I laughed. So this was a setup. "Yes," she admitted. "But not a cruel one." He thought, maybe if we met without expectations, something might happen. Something is happening, I said before I could stop myself. Her gaze lifted to mine. I know, she said quietly. We took a walk after the café closed. The city was cooler at night, softer. Streetlights painted everything gold. I was worried you'd hate me, she said. I was worried I'd betray him, I replied. She stopped walking. Are you? I thought about it. About how Ayan had moved on months ago. About how he had pushed this meeting into existence. No, I said. But I am scared. Me too. Our hands brushed accidentally. Neither of us pulled away. The second date wasn't a blind one. It was intentional. We chose a bookstore cafe this time, somewhere quieter. We set boundaries, no secrets, no lies, no pretending this was casual when it wasn't. I don't want to hurt him, she said. I don't want to lose him, I replied. Then we go slow. I nodded. Slow. But feelings don't move slowly just because you ask them to. He didn't yell. That was the worst part. You like her? He asked. Yes. She likes you? Yes. He leaned back, staring at the ceiling. Figures. I waited for anger. Instead, he smiled sadly. I set this up, didn't I? You did. Then I can't blame either of you. The relief almost knocked me over. Just don't make her cry, he added. I won't. Weeks passed. Then months. Maya and I learned each other in small, careful ways, morning coffee orders, late-night fears, the way she went quiet when overwhelmed, the way I joked when nervous. We didn't rush. We didn't hide. We built something honest. It happened on a rainy evening, months after that first disastrous blind date. We were sitting on my couch, her feet tucked under my leg, rain tapping softly against the windows. She looked at me, serious but not scared. Do you want to keep dating? She asked. I smiled. I don't want to stop. Sometimes love doesn't come the right way. Sometimes it arrives disguised as a mistake, a betrayal, a badly planned blind date. But if you handle it with honesty, if you choose respect over fear, it can turn into something real. Something lasting. And every time I think back to that cafe, to the moment I saw her sitting there, I realize something important. I wasn't tricked into a blind date. I was pushed toward the right person at the wrong time, who somehow became the right person anyway.